Taliban rulers and supporters marked 5 years since their return to power with a major ceremony and street gatherings in Kabul. High-ranking Taliban officials, some foreign representatives, and thousands of citizens gathered at the traditional Loya Jirga assembly hall. Taliban leaders used the anniversary to claim they had restored security and ended decades of conflict and outside intervention. The Taliban returned to national power on August 15, 2021, as United States and NATO forces withdrew. The takeover was followed by desperate crowds at Kabul airport as thousands of people attempted to flee Afghanistan. Supporters carried white Taliban flags through public squares while vehicle convoys moved through Kabul and caused major traffic delays. Security was tight around the Loya Jirga, with a heavy armed presence and checkpoints on the main approach. AP reported that no women were present inside the main anniversary ceremony, even as rights restrictions dominated international reaction. Soon after the takeover, the Taliban barred girls from education beyond 6th grade and later banned women from universities. UNESCO estimates 2.4 million Afghan girls are excluded from secondary education, an increase of 200,000 in 1 year. Women have also been barred from many jobs, parks, gyms, and sports, and from some travel, without a male guardian. United Nations Special Rapporteur Richard Bennett said rights conditions have steadily deteriorated and warned other governments against normalizing Taliban policy. Bennett said United Nations reporting also documents arbitrary arrests, torture, extrajudicial killings, and persecution of minority communities. 5 years after the takeover, Russia is the only country that has formally recognized the Taliban administration. Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi urged governments without formal contacts to reconsider and pursue engagement with the administration. A Taliban information official told AP the government had improved infrastructure, created jobs, and stabilized security and the currency. When AP asked about education for women and girls, the official did not address the bans and cited university investment instead. The World Food Programme says child malnutrition has reached critical levels in 1/3 of Afghanistan's provinces and could worsen as funding falls. United Nations Women said many Afghan women's organizations are close to suspending operations because donor support covers only part of current needs. The next measures are whether school bans change, humanitarian funding stabilizes, and international engagement proceeds without abandoning documented rights concerns.